here with 10-8 off suit finds himself a significant underdog going to the flop, Jesse.
I mean, Dave had a third of his stack there in the big blind. He just basically decided he couldn't put down anything reasonable.
Right, which I understand. I don't blame him here.
Let's
see how the hand develops as we go to the flop. The pot size, 99,000.
Yeah, this could bring Broadhurst even minus the rake. Oh, 8 hits the board, but the queen of pace plays. Broadhurst still in need of a 10, or a 5 would work for him.
A 5 would split the pot, giving them both 8s and 5s with an ace. But he's looking for the 10 to win it as we go to the turn. It's an 8.
Dave's sick. He's going to make 3 8s and still get knocked out.
He's going to be knocked out with trips unless a 10 should fall. It's a jack, and that will do it.
Yeah, it's a shame there. Dave Broadhurst, he really dried up card-wise somewhere in the middle of this heat, didn't he?
Yeah, it went dry for Broadhurst there, losing with the 3/8. To the better kicker of Norman Pace, who's keeping pace with the chip lead now, extending it. He has a stack of 275,000.
We've just seen Norman Pace storming the table, knocking out 2 players in 2 hands. Incredible stuff. He's certainly got the cred to mix it up with the pros and the chip lead to prove it. It's game on.
Tough decision here for Darren Bloom. Does he step out?
Pass.
He throws his cards out.
Now, Pace has a chip lead over Mark Muldoon, but not...
Raise.
Well, he's bullying him here.
He's going to go for the bully out of position with the jack 3.
He's chewing his gum very quickly.
Right. I think he's trying to project a more relaxed image than he really feels or can feel with jack 3.
Call.
He's run into a hand here. Mark Muldoon, ace 8, is going to defend from the big blind.
Yeah, he's just called Muldoon.
Yeah.
And this pot's big, 94,000. Wow.
Yeah, well, the blinds are high. 9-7-5. The flop missing both players. Muldoon still with the best hand.
What should Pace do here?
Well, he should make a continuation bet,
All in.
but he does not, and he allows Muldoon to take this pot right away from him.
Somehow, I think that even if Pace had led at it, Muldoon might have pushed. He was
Yeah, he was determined to win that one, wasn't he?
one way or another.
Intent, a very powerful force, and no limit hold'em.
They've played a few hands 3-way, and it's Muldoon who has creeped up into the chip lead, mostly at the expense, well, at the expense of both Pace and Bloom.
Right, but Bloom's piece of the pie beginning to look more like a sliver. Pressure mounting now as we move to Norman Pace. A lovely hand, deuce 3 of spades.
Pass.
Just kidding, he throws it in the muck where it aptly should be.
Mark Muldoon just
Call.
limping in again with the Queen 10.
Queen 10.
Raise.
Raise.
50.
50,000 more. 65
I
total.
wonder if Muldoon is trapping here.
Hard to believe he'd be trapping with a holding as weak as Queen 10. I think he was
Pass.
trying to see a cheap flop. Darren Bloom not wanting to let his opponent achieve his objective, raises and takes it.
Nice little raise there. Darren Bloom with the 10-5, raising with the hand.
Can you see yourself sipping champagne and playing craps a la James Bond in some of the most glamorous casinos in the world? If that's a yes, you'll love our competition to win a trip to the gorgeous Monaco. Up for grabs, we're giving away flights, accommodation and £500 spending money for 2 people to enjoy hobnobbing with the rich and famous in the ultimate millionaire's playground. For your chance to live out your Playboy fantasies, just answer the following question. A pair of kings can also be known as A. Cowboys, B. Indians, or C. Sheriffs. To enter, go to www.5.tv/poker and answer the question. Entrants must be over 18 and the competition closes at midnight on the 12th of September. If you're finding you're loving poker, then log on to the website at the bottom of the screen, www.5.tv/poker. You can find out the basics on how to play Texas Hold'em and what beats what, as well as find tips on improving your game. Plus, if you click on Watch Now, you'll have access to great downloadable video interviews from some of the game's leading players.
Where you go?
I think we're just over 2.
Muldoon, everyone agreeing now, a little table talk there, that there's pretty much nothing in it. And Bloom, this is the biggest hand he's picked up in a while.
Yes. And it's a nice one with pocket
Raise
10s.
Raise.
Puts in a nice,
50,002.
nice healthy raise.
We raise all in.
Pace all in! He feels the ace-8 is big, but it's
Right.
not big enough.
Well, this hand is going to play itself. Ace-8 of hearts, very reasonable move for Norman Pace.
Can I have a count, please?
Yeah, sure.
Darren Bloom having a little smile here. I mean,
Yeah, no problem. Can I just...
does he think that he's probably up against 2 overcards and...
Well, you know, sometimes you can talk yourself out of a
That's 80,
hand.
the blue ones.
And hopefully for Darren Bloom, he doesn't do that here, because this is a very big hand when you're down to 3 players. I can't imagine that he's thinking about folding this.
I mean, you were saying before how you want to get your chips in first, give yourself every opportunity, but pretty much the blinds are so big right now that
148
Darren's
more.
going to have to just accept the gamble, isn't he?
Right.
How much is in there?
There's 100,000 in the pot.
Exactly right, Jesse. But you can see the decision is tough. He had to reach for the water. Suddenly your mouth goes dry, your
150
heart
more, yeah.
starts to beat
Well,
very quickly
148 more.
when you're faced for a decision for all your chips, and that's what's happened here. And you're staring somebody like Norman Pace in the face, who's chewing on the gum like he's got not a care in the world.
The fact is that Norman Pace has about 12,000 more chips than Darren Bloom, but effectively they'd be playing for 2/3 of the chips in the tournament. Bloom calls here. And Darren would be, what, about a 3-1 favorite?
Yep. I mean, this is incredible. Now look at where Bloom's focus is at. It's at his chips as he moves them into the middle for the correct call.
As soon as Darren called, Norman Pace, realizing that his hand is unlikely to be good at this juncture. But he's got a couple
Nice hand.
live aces in the
Cool.
deck.
He certainly does. 3 of them to be exact. He's going to need an ace or a lot of hearts, or he will... I think he has Bloom covered, but he will be crippled.
Yeah, time to tickle the ivory here. 5 piano keys coming. And that's no help.
Still safe for Bloom. He has to dodge an ace, running hearts, or a running straight, and he will double up as we go to the turn.
Ooh!
Ooh!
That may have been the best card in the deck that wasn't an ace for Norman Pace.
A lot of outs.
Mm.
An awful lot of outs.
5, 10, ace of hearts.
Mm-hmm.
Will it be an ace for Pace as we go to the river?
No.
Ooh, maximum outs
Just,
denied. And I think Norman Pace may still be in. They'll have a chip count here.
He is still in. I'm
If you
sure
thought
that he
I
had
had
Bloom
two overcards,
covered
why
there.
did you want to race me for all your chips?
No, I didn't. No. I bet
Okay,
the
we have
50. Do you know what you had?
136.
When I bet the 50, the original 50.
No, no, no.
100.
You
But,
called my,
I called a bet. No, the
But
other
Let's
way.
have a listen as we're hearing what the players are thinking here.
And Norman will be left with 12,000.